Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the Daily Zone, the daily video on this channel. Me, your host, yours truly, Calvin Calvazone, or whatever you want to call me. I hope you all having a fantastic Sunday. I hibernated for a good portion of the day, but also, that is because I finished Outer Worlds 2. Yeah, dude, I survived the Gauntlet of Fire, and then that night, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna finish Outer Worlds 2, and I did. Definitely, I do want to speak about that. I also want to talk about the games that are coming up on the channel. I'll just give you a little rundown of what plans going into this week are. It's definitely, we're going to talk about Outer Worlds 2, and then we're going to talk about the games I intend on playing, how I intend on uploading them, and all that stuff. And also, welcome to all the new subscribers. I do appreciate all of you joining me on my little journey. That was a fun video to make. I'll start with the spicy video. That was a fun video to make, okay, guys? Maybe not fun in the moment, but like, definitely a good time. It was a fun experience. Afterwards, I can look back and be like, yeah, that was pain, dude. Like, I expected it to be so much worse. Like, I expected to be chugging milk. I won't lie. We have a place in America. I'm gonna blank on the name, ain't I? Something spicy chicken. It's a chain of places that have like really spicy chicken sandwiches. Spicy, what is it? It's like not habanero, not ghost pepper. I can't remember. There's a place that specializes in hot chicken sandwiches. And I had one of those, and it wasn't even the hottest variant they had. And me and my cousin drank almost that whole gallon, like 2 gallons of milk. So going into this with the chocolate and the other thing, I fully expected to be struggling. I fully expected to like have to run out of the room and be like, oh my god, I'm dying. However, I tanked that for the most part. I mean, at the end, yeah, I will give and be like, oh yeah, well, I did eat some acai. But I'll be honest, it was just pain. It wasn't hot. It wasn't like it was just pain. It was just like, imagine if somebody just grabbed wherever that chocolate had touched and was just like, not even stabbing it with like a knife, was just like, had like slammed it with a hammer, and the hammer had been like superheated and was just like melting. It was rough. It was just pain. It was just pure agony. But I survived, and it was worth it. I would do that again for 700 subscribers if I had to. Heck, I might even eat the whole chocolate bar that time. Thankfully, that's not the goal for 700 subscribers. We now can look forward to the meat cake. I'm not going to go into details about what the meat cake is going to involve. I will say I'll probably spend it's probably going to be over $100 in meat in this economy. It's going to be really expensive. But hopefully it's good. I'm going to try to make it as tasty as possible. And look, like I want to balance like the vileness and the taste factor. I got to balance those out. But yeah, I do look forward to hitting 700 subscribers. Moving on, Outer Worlds 2. You may also hear the music in the background. I did turn it down, so hopefully it's not overpowering me. Is from Outer Worlds 2. Yeah, I think it's at a good volume. It's a little quiet, but Outer Worlds 2, obviously it's from Obsidian. It's their follow-up to Outer Worlds 1. I think it's a good game. I think it definitely, I think the biggest negative going into this game is the fact that they developed it alongside Avowed and Grounded 2, and you can tell it suffered by not having, the people. Like, the Obsidian spread themselves too thin, in my opinion, and it made both their RPGs last year kind of suffer for it. I feel like they definitely shot themselves in the foot. Now, had they landed it, risk are worth taking. I feel like if they had landed last year with Avowed slapping, with Outer Worlds 2 clapping, and with Grounded 2, like, coming out swinging, that would have been a crazy year for Obsidian. Obsidian would have, like, killed it. However, what happened is Avowed came out early that year. You could tell it suffered by not having the full, like, crew behind it. It's not bad. It's not a bad game, but it definitely had flaws. Grounded 2 come out. Grounded 2's pretty good. It's an early access game. Nobody's expecting it to be crazy. So it had the early access, beta testing basically, to like kind of wean it away. And I don't think I didn't hear any real negatives about Outer Worlds 2 because everybody went in already having experienced Outer Worlds 1, or not Outer Worlds, dude, Grounded. They had so many. They have Grounded 1, and it's just. But Grounded 2 come out in the middle of the year, and it's early access. Everybody expected it to be, it's like you're getting early access to the game. It's not supposed to be like polished and looking good, and everything's not supposed to be working right. They're doing this so they can test things out. Outer Worlds 2 came out at the last part of last year, and the first part of the game, like many, pretty good, pretty solid. I didn't notice it as much as other people. In the later half of the game, you can tell it's rushed. You can tell that there's problems. Some of my biggest gripes at the end of the game, you're having this is the decision, this is the final boss fight, and in any other RPG where you have companions, all of your companions come and you can talk to them. You can go, are you ready for this? Cool. Are you ready for this? What's your opinions on this? You could only speak to the 2 companions I had brought, which sucked because I brought a companion I met, like, I had missed for most of the game, grabbed near the very end and brought him because I was like, he's going to have a lot to say because this guy's a part of his faction. And then Niles, my apprentice, basically. He's my little man I was teaching how to be a good person. We'll talk about that later. But, we get to the end. I can only speak to the 2 companions I brought. The ending of the game is it's not good. It has something I would have loved, okay? It has the heroic sacrifice option. And I'm gonna take that every single time if I'm playing a good character. Now it is funny that you can make somebody else stay. You can be like, you can even tell everybody, nobody's leaving. I'm driving us all into the sun. And they all go, what? However, I was playing a good guy. I said, I'm gonna take the ship, I'll take the dive, and you know how I brought my apprentice along, right? The guy I've been mentoring the entire game, he doesn't get to say jack to me because the other companion I brought says something, and that's it. I feel like it was missed. That I looked forward to Niles being like, dude, you're my commander, you're my best friend, you've helped me along my journey, you've mentored me, I'm gonna miss you, but thank you, I understand the service. Didn't get any of that. I got the new companion telling me, why are you staying here? You should just leave and let this other lady kill herself. And it's like, even if I didn't get to speak to them before the boss fight, they could easily, we killed the boss fight, that everybody knows that the decision of, we're gonna have to drive this ship into the sun. I'm saying the sun because I'm trying not to spoil stuff, but we have to drive the ship into the sun. You could have had all the companions show up to all be like, wow, this is a crazy decision. Yada, 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 yada. And you could have discussed with all of them before making that final decision. But they didn't. And it really sucked. It really kind of killed the end of it for me a little bit. I still think Outer Worlds 2 is a good game. I still enjoyed it. I'm very sad there's not going to be a third one. I stand by my fact that I think they shot themselves in the foot by releasing 2 RPGs in the same year. I feel like they probably should have just gave some time to cook for Outer Worlds 2, pushed Avowed back to like, heck, maybe even like later in the year. They probably should have released Avowed more near June and then released Grounded more near like October, November there. And then had Outer Worlds 2 come out like February of this year. And you've just given it more time to cook. I feel like it did suffer for that. And in the end, the kind of slideshow wasn't the greatest. I sacrificed myself, and I got a single text saying, "You died." And then this character that I worked really hard to convert to my side, who also rode with me on the ship into the sun, just got, and she died. I mean, that is exactly what happened, but, it would have been cool to have other things. A lot of it revolved around one faction, too. There was a lot of decisions that were revolved around one faction. And yeah, why, I sound probably like I'm complaining a lot. I'm really just, like, kind of a little upset because I like Outer Worlds 2. I liked Obsidian. Like, those games were fun. I enjoyed them. I'm sad there's not a third one. However, I can understand why it didn't sell good, why the reception probably wasn't the best. I can understand that. And it does suck. but I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I enjoyed it. I'm glad I played it, and you know, I'm happy I had that experience. Moving on to the next games on the channel. For those of you that have been following me for a while, you know, at the end of this month, World of Warcraft Midnight's coming out in 2 weeks. World of Warcraft Midnight Early Access will be out. I have Early Access because I'm a WoW guy. I bought the Giga Edition. I'm going to be playing that like crazy. I don't know if it's going to show up on the channel. I might do like just chill, casual, like, yo, what's up, guys? I'm on. I'll definitely probably stream the storyline, the like first couple of hours, like when it releases. I'll probably get in there, stream me playing through the whole quest line. We'll probably do a whole, we might even do, I don't know if we'll do a 24-hour stream because those do take a lot out of me. And by the end I was comatose, but we'll probably do a kind of Giga stream, or we play the story and can hang out and vibe and have a good time. And then post that, I don't know if you'll see much Midnight on the channel. I'll be talking about it a lot, I'm sure. And any big quest things, I'll probably record myself playing, because that's where that's why I enjoy playing, like recording well. It's my experience just to the story and stuff, because I like World of Warcraft. For me, I didn't really like the gameplay's not why I'm there. Like, I'm there for the world, for the atmosphere, and the combat's just how I engage with the world. So, you know, like even when I'm playing, I used to play Boomkin, don't play Boomkin anymore. I play Guardian. 90% of the time I'm playing Guardian, because that's just my way to play the game. I just run around as a bear and beat stuff up, and I have a good time. But there will be that. So like on the 27th, 28th, I'll probably be streaming some World of Warcraft. So if you want to check that out, I'd be glad to have you. Beyond that, the next game on the channel, I'm probably going to continue. Actually, I might pose a vote just to see what everybody feels like. Or just to check how, I'll let y'all rate which games are like high on your list of like what you would want to see me play. Because I do think I have my games I want to play. I really want to beat Alan Wake. I've got Alan Wake 1 and 2. I really want to play through those. What I want to do is I've got this play here. Let me open my YouTube dashboard so I can show y'all, so y'all can see what I'm yapping about. Okay. Am I gonna show anything? No. Let me. I gotta zoom in. Okay. I don't know why I'm over here. But, as you can see, I have Alan Wake down here. I want to complete this one. My main goal for this year with the gaming stuff was to finish the games I start. Obviously, we finished Outer Worlds 2. I've started Lords of the Fallen. I decided Cyberpunk. I'm just gonna stock for now. But I'm between Lords of the Fallen, Alan Wake. I don't think I'm gonna do Tainted Grail Falls of the Avalon, because I have a thing where like I go back and I start playing it, and like, you know, when you feel like you're forcing yourself to play a game, like I really enjoy the world. Like I enjoy like being there. Like I enjoy the atmosphere. Like I enjoy like what the game is. But I start playing it and I just go like, and it kind of fizzles out. Clair Obscura, I've already beat. I didn't want to delete my reaction to the first part of the game, but I did beat that one already. So we're doing Alan Wake. We're doing Lords of the Fallen. Let me go back to this. I can show the other games I have up for auction, I guess. Go back to gaming. So obviously I beat Deltarune. There is another there's another playthrough of Deltarune. I don't think I'm going to record that though. Just because I'm going to get, well, eventually I'll get around to playing it, but it's currently in my backlog. But Alan Wake 2, Lords of the Fallen, I do want to check out these demos. Probably sometime this week they'll come up on the channel. Fair warning, by the way, Outer Worlds 2 is going to be spamming this channel. I'm going to be spamming y'all with Outer Worlds 2 gaming videos. I think I've got I got 3 episodes every single day this week. So if you don't want to get spammed, but you still want to support me, and like Outer Worlds 2 is not your thing, and like you don't want me popping up in your notifications, it's not gonna hurt my feelings if you turn off the bell. That's fine. That's not gonna hurt my feelings. I appreciate you supporting me. But there will be 3 episodes coming out every single day. One at 6 in the morning EST, one at 12 p.m. EST, and one at 3 p.m. EST. all the way up until Friday when the 2 finale episodes release. And then Outer Worlds 2 will be done this week. But yeah, we're gonna be checking out the demos. I'll probably upload. I might play these as like daily zone videos, and we just have a good time. I just ramble for a bit and then I go into the game. Obviously I have Diablo 2 Resurrected. I didn't know if I was gonna record this or not. We might look outside, something I've been really wanting to play, so if that's interesting to y'all. And then Eugenics. This game is apparently really long to beat, but it's been pretty interesting to watch, so I think I'm down to play. I may find out how to do a poll and attach, like, throw that on the channel in like the post category, to see if there's a way that y'all can vote, like rank y'all's highest, like what you want to see on the channel the most, for those that are here for my gaming stuff, because obviously that gives me insight to know what y'all want to watch, so I can prioritize what y'all want to watch, and the other games I can either play on my own or I can put them in the backlog. Honestly, let me get about to go into that. Let's go image poll. Oh, sick, I can. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna create an image poll after I record this video of all the games I can play, just so I can see y'all's opinion on what game I should have show up on the channel. So if you have a opinion on that, I would love to have your insight. And yeah, guys, thank you all just so much for supporting me. Thank you all for enjoying my last video. I had fun making it. I genuinely, that video, you know, I learned a lot about how I deal with spice. I enjoyed the new experiences of the spice. I also learned how to edit my thumbnails to the point where I can make the like outline, the cool little outlines. I learned how to make text, change the color to the gradient. It was genuinely such a good learning experience for me, and I you know, it's pretty sick. But yeah, I also want to talk about Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. I'm about halfway through the game, and honestly, it's a pretty, it goes beyond just a run and gun shooter game. Like, there's some very big, like, kind of emotional stuff that gets brought up in that game that's like kind of part of the story, but not like super crazy. But I'm not done with the game. I think I'm gonna wait till I finish the game on my own time, and then I'm gonna come back and talk to you about it. Because there's some deep emotional stuff that goes on in a Wolfenstein 2 that, like, I feel like is missed because everybody just plays and goes blood and gore, yeah, which is cool because it is like a Doom game, but it's a Doom game with like some like emotion. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me rambling. I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday. I hope you all have a good Monday, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.